live.
All right. So there's been a bunch of changes this week. After much discussion amongst all the players, 2 have stepped away. We will be adding another in the future. But until then, you guys have made your way through most of this area known as the Fane of the Eye. Dispatching enemies, freeing, some cultists. Avoiding some dangers, thanks to some information you gained from Anothic. Until you found yourself in this room, which seems to be a central point for either sacrifice or appealing to the gods or the elements. It's not quite clear. But in this room, there is a large ziggurat structure with an altar on top, which, after walking essentially into the center of the room, you soon discovered there were people here, Gar foremost amongst them, atop a massive giant crocodile. Combat ensues, as it often does, and things have not gone well for the players. Down a bunch of hit points and suffering from lack of spell slots due to the inability to regain them from long rests in this place. The situation does seem a little dire. But we are going to pick up mid-combat. I believe we were at the top of round 4. That is where we are going to start. Winter is up first, and it is very unclear how many spell slots she has. I don't know if it's a change to the sheet that he's made.
I think she was tapped, had nothing left except for maybe something in the Ring of Spell Storing.
Yeah, I don't know what's in the Ring of Spell Storing.
Can she just shoot Eldritch Blast at will?
Oh yeah, that's a cantrip.
Okay, then that's what she's gonna do. Shoot the alligator with 2 Eldritch Blasts.
Okay. Any movement first?
Fuck.
What Lucid? What are you thinking?
Noise.
Oh.
Loud.
Oh.
We're loud?
The music came on really loud.
Oh, let me turn it down.
It's fine, I turned it down.
Okay.
I mean, does anybody disagree with that as far as having her do the Eldritch Blast?
Assuming she has no other spell slots and no other
No,
toys,
she's out.
Yeah,
then that's some of what she can do, right?
Yeah, I need her to unleash hell on the gator.
Yeah, I would just Eldritch Blast, and if
Not-
you want to knock it back, but that gives it a charge.
Yeah, don't knock it back because it'll hit Starsha if we knock it back, right?
Mhm.
Starsha. So just
Does do damage if it pushes back, I don't think.
yeah.
Well, she can push it back. She could push it back into the water, maybe. But that means she'd have to get down on the ground.
No, just blast it.
From where she is?
Yeah. And move her. I mean, just keep as long as she's next to me. Trying to think.
She's
if
gonna
there's
move to here.
Yeah, that works. That works.
She's gonna hide behind you.
All right, that works.
Just hold on, before we do that move, the gator when it charges pushes back, right?
If you fail the save.
Because that could knock her into the wall of fire, right?
It doesn't knock back up this 30 feet into the thing.
No, she'll go through the wall of fire if she gets knocked back. He's right.
Oh, yeah. So
So
we move out of the way.
Maybe not move her. Maybe move her down. Yeah, somewhere. Yeah, there we go.
She's 5 feet from you or 10 feet? How far?
She has to be 5 feet to me.
She's within 5 feet of Aranor there.
Or just crit twice and kill it.
Okay. She is going to target the crocodile and unleash a couple of Eldritch Blasts. Maybe if I unpause the game, it'll work.
Oh boy, she's unleashing hell here.
How many times did I hit it? Jesus.
You have to. I think you have to click the little drop down and pick like attack or something, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
Oh, I say just blast it 100 times.
Yeah, I can't do it this way because I don't have her spell sheet open, so I'm going to do it from Roll20. Or from D&D Beyond.
Yep.
Eldritch Blast. Ah, fuck. That's a miss. Second one. That is definitely a hit. It's 8 points of damage. And you want her to just stay there?
Yeah.
Don't think she has anything on a bonus action. Let me double check. Nope. It's gonna bring us to Gar. Alright, I've got you two, Bry and Lucid. Or rather, Moss and Lucid's new character. He is going to... Let's see. He's used a bunch of spell slots. I don't think he can use that anymore. He is going to... there's an awful lot of people around. He's going to cast Thunderwave. I need Moss and Lucid's new character to make a con save, please.
That's not good.
That is a fail from both of you. Oh, fuck. You're gonna take 10 points of thunder damage each. And you're gonna get pushed. That guy's dead. He wouldn't have gotten moved.
Get fucked, guy.
Did the other guy that's his friend take damage as well? Or have to
The
save?
one that got knocked off the stairs did.
Oh shit, there's a guy in the back there too.
Yeah, he is just going to continue laughing at you. And that is his turn.
You are next.
Lucid.
You guys know the keyboard shortcut to zoom in on the map?
Let's see.
I don't have a mouse.
Page up, page down, or numpad plus, numpad minus.
Right. Where we ended up.
Yeah, you are where you ended up.
Okay. Did the cultist get knocked back?
Yeah, he fell off the stairs behind you.
No, the one that's just to the left of Gar.
No, he didn't. It's a 15-foot cube. So it wouldn't have hit that guy. I'm just deleting the dead guys.
Right as soon as I ran him over. Screw you, dead guy. Okay. I'm going to move back up to his face.
Okay.
I am going to.
So, Lucid, just so you know, I plan on doing the bottled breath, kind of what Deeps did before, and knock those two guys in the firewall, hopefully.
What's the path of that?
10 feet wide blast, 60 feet long. So I guess I can move and do it.
Yeah, you can do it without hitting him.
Like I can just do it like to this to the side a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
And Wall of Fire is not concentration, right?
Oh, it is concentration. I gotta
Okay.
sorry, I gotta roll.
Yeah, can you roll a con?
Yes, yes.
Fucked up Brian's plan.
Oh,
Rip-
that is gone.
Rippity doo dah. Oh no.
Well, there goes that.
Oh,
No
dear.
Wall of Fire.
Oh dear.
Perfect. Now I ain't got to worry about it.
Is this ice still here too?
The ice is still there, yes.
Okay. All right.
So I am going to declare Gar favored foe,
Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
which gives me 1d6 extra damage.
Okay.
And link it. It has no text to put in there. A pain in the ass. Oh well, that's what it does. I
Okay.
can do it once each time for my proficiency. For my bonus action, I am going to use my the Planar Warrior,
Okay.
which choose one creature that you see within 30 feet. Next time you hit it with a weapon attack, all damage becomes force damage, and the creature takes an extra d8.
Okay.
And I am going to attack Gar with this shitty flail.
Okay.
Which I rolled a 17.
Okay.
I'm not seeing it. Did it not come through here?
It did not. 17 will hit.
Um, that's 5 damage, and then d8 and the d6. Another 10, so that would have been 15 damage to him.
Okay.
Did those come through?
Nope.
Don't see them. Sorry.
That's okay. So Gar is back to looking a little rough.
All right, and then my next attack, I'm just going to hit it with the flail.
Okay.
I don't know why it doesn't let me. So 10, that would have been a 14.
To hit, that is a miss.
So that will be my turn there.
Okay. That's going to bring us to Aranor.
It is your turn.
All right. Do I need to move up one to be able to hit this croc?
Up one.
Like to here?
Yeah, you've got to be on the same level as him.
Okay. So is this considered flanking, or no?
He's a large creature. If you can draw a line through him to Starsha, it'll hit him. So yeah, that's flanking.
Okay. All right. Gonna activate hammer.
All right.
All right. Does a 27 hit?
Absolutely.
Okay. 14 points of damage.
Oof. Uh-huh.
attack again.
Okay.
20.
Hits.
10 points of damage. 24 points of damage total.
This crocodile is bleeding profusely.
Never mind. I should have called. Never mind. Okay, I'm done.
Did you need to smite?
I was gonna smite, but I didn't call it, so I'm not gonna.
You can still add it to that last attack.
Yeah, I have. Okay, so use a spell slot. First level.
Okay.
Sorry. Ooh. At 8 additional points. Ooh! Oh! Oh!
Birdie.
So excited.
Man.
This crocodile is struggling to stay on its
Damn
feet.
it! Damn this thing. Okay, I'm done.
Starsha's got this. Come on, Starsha.
All right, what is Starsha doing? You tell
Does
me.
she have her Shadow Blade on?
She doesn't have the spell slots for Shadow Blade, but I'll say it's still out.
She's gonna swing at it then.
Step
All
please.
right. Let me bring up her character.
Is she able to get that sneak attack or whatever because it's flanking?
She'll get advantage, yes.
Nice.
Yes, she'll get sneak attack on her first attack.
Woo! Fucking crocodile's tough.
Where is just her attack?
I think it's the action of the Shadow Blade itself.
I think so. All right. That is a hit with the Shadow Blade. For 11 points plus the sneak attack.
Ooh!
Oof!
Crocodile mates. Sports mode.
It is dead.
Yeah!
Ooh, way to go, Starsha.
Good job, Starsha.
With her second attack, she is going to throw a dagger
That's a girl.
at the unhurt cultist to the north of Winter. Gonna
Nice.
huck it across the room to hit for an 18. The damage, however, will be much lower. It's a 5, but that's actually a 3. But it's better than nothing.
Nice.
Okay, that is her turn. That brings us to the Reaver. He's gonna have a quick look around the room, see that the giant crocodile is dead, which now he feels outnumbered over here. He is going to... He's going to begin backing away. Winter will get an attack of opportunity.
Okay.
Which I don't think she can Eldritch Blast with.
I thought you couldn't do that with cantrips.
Pardon me?
I thought you couldn't do attack of opportunity with cantrips.
Yeah, that's
You
what
thought
she-
you could?
Couldn't.
That's what she said.
I just said that, yeah.
Come on, Bri. Come on, Bri. What? I don't even know what weapon Winter has. I don't even.
I don't know if she has one.
She's always casting spells, so I don't know.
I think she has a dagger.
Yeah.
And if that's the case, she'll swing with it. I'm just double checking here.
So I think I'm going to do Call Lightning on my turn.
Ooh.
It's my biggest.
Can't be cast inside.
Call Lightning?
Yeah.
I thought we said last week we could. Yeah.
Nope.
Okay.
No, there's not enough room in this room to cast it. Yeah, she doesn't have a weapon in her hand.
Okay.
Oh. She's gonna swing at it with her bare hands. She's just gonna make an unarmed attack. No, she's not, because she doesn't have it in her list, so that's fine.
That's all right.
Nothing's gonna happen. He's just gonna move.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Okay. That will bring us to Moss.
Since I can't do Call Lightning, maybe I'll just use this one of the magic missiles and unload.
All right.
I'll do it at 6th level.
Using 6 of the 7 slots?
Yep.
Okay.
Shit. 6 charges. And that does, oh boy, count plus 5. Sorry, I gotta look at Magic Missile.
And that's an extra bolt for every level past first, I think.
Yeah, and I think first level is 3.
Yeah, so it'd be 8
Yeah,
times 2.
So 9?
8 total
Sorry,
missiles.
5. Sorry, 8. Right, you're right.
8 total missiles times 3.
So 24?
24 points. And who were you aiming at, Gar?
Gar.
All right. So these pink lit up missiles come sailing out across the room and impact him, one after the other in the chest. Doing a considerable amount of damage. He is not looking good.
Sorry, and I will move to the opposite side.
What do you mean? Ah,
Move
okay.
over here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and I shifted out of bear form to do that.
Right, okay.
That was my bonus action. Sorry, I forgot to say that.
Okay. It is the Reaver who fell off the stairs. He's going to use half of his movement to stand up. I don't even know if he can get to you. Let's see. Yeah, he can get to you from... Actually, he's not. He's going to stand back here.
Dick.
And throw a javelin. Does a 15 hit?
It's not.
Well, that is his turn.
Hey, screw you.
Okay, that brings us to the final guy, which is the priest there. He is all out of those spell slots.
Good.
Pardon me?
Good.
He is going to swing. Oh no, he's got a dagger. Yeah, he's just going to make an attack with a dagger. I'm assuming an 8 does not hit.
Does not.
All right, that is his turn. He also will begin looking around. Seeing that Gar is injured, the giant crocodile is down, and everyone else looks hurt. He's beginning to look for the exits. That will bring us to Winter.
All right. Can you move Winter up to the top of the... Okay, can she see Gar?
Yep.
Hey guys, I'm gonna try something. And she's gonna Eldritch Blast him twice.
Okay.
That was my that was my Winter impression.
That was a good
Very
job.
good. Very good one.
All right. Let's see if I can animate it. 2 Eldritch Blasts. The first one.
And she's gonna try and knock back and see if you can knock him into that guy.
Okay.
If it hits.
Yeah, it doesn't work appropriately for her. I have to do it from her character sheet. Eldritch Blast. First one. That is a dirty 20 for 9 points of damage. Impact hits him so hard he coughs out a big splat of blood. And then the second one. Not quite as good, but it's still enough to hit for max damage.
Damn.
That is enough to kill him. 15 points of damage. He is blown back into the guy behind him, knocking both back. As Gar hits the floor, his body explodes in a massive splat of water.
Ooh.
His form completely gone. All that's left is what he had on him.
Get fucked, Gar.
The rest of you guys, you better get the hell out of here, she says. Gar is dead.
Make ready. Your turn
Lucid.
comes.
We've got a barely touched guy and 2 almost dead guys. They're looking at each other like...
Guy is the guy up front.
Pardon me?
The barely touched guy is the guy up front.
The guy up top here, yeah.
Up top, yeah, sorry. Okay. Okay. Oops. This goddamn touchpad. I'm gonna move down to this guy,
All right.
and then we'll just swing the flail at him.
All right.
After my bonus action to turn it to force damage.
Okay.
So I don't have D&D Beyond extension. That's why you're not seeing my rolls.
Oh, okay.
Figure that out. Sorry.
That's okay.
Next week I'll have it. So to hit on that, that is a 20.
A 20 definitely hits.
That's it.
6? This guy is in bad shape.
No, sorry, what? Oh, so damage is 8.
Oh, 8.
Flail. Or, sorry, 7 for the flail. And then
Okay.
with the bonus D8. Does that get the max on that? Or do...
Oh, was it an
Oh,
actual
it was a
critical?
crit?
It was a crit. Sorry. That's what I meant
Yes,
by
then
20.
you get max damage for the flail. Doubled.
Okay, so that would have been So I rolled a 7 for the damage, and then so that would have been 15 for the flail damage, and then the 1d8 for the bonus damage.
You don't even need the bonus damage. The crit was enough to take him down.
I'm gonna roll it anyway.
All right.
Okay, so he's dead. So that just leaves the 2 guys left. Right?
Yes.
Okay.
They are now looking at each other like it's time to run.
Okay. So I'll move towards this guy, but I won't attack him.
Okay.
And I'll just call out and say, "Get out of here." And that'll
It's
end my
your turn.
Okay. Oops, I went past
We're
it.
gonna sacrifice you. Let him go.
Aranor, you can see these guys are looking at each other, seeing that their boss is dead, the big bad crocodile is dead, and their priest has gone down. They're looking like they're not going to stick around on their turn. Especially after hearing Lucid's character say, "Get out of here."
Okay. Is this ice still here? Or does it go away when guard dies?
It's not concentration. Let me double check.
Oh.
Let me double check. No, it's gone.
Okay. Alright, I'll move to the top and
Sacrifice himself.
if I ever I moved on top of the thing. Get out of here. If I ever see your faces again, you're done for.
All right.
And my turn.
Starsha is immediately starting to skin the crocodile.
Mm-hmm.
So the Reaver, on his turn, is going to take off. He's just going to book it to the north. And disappear down the hallway. Moss.
Do I have a pretty good instinct these guys are gonna run away? Do any of them
I mean,
stay and fight?
Between, both Lucid's character and Rin telling them to get out of here, the guy took the quickest opportunity to just book it to the north. You're pretty sure the last guy, who is also very badly injured, is probably going to do the same.
Alright, I'll let them go, only because I'm running out of spell slots.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast Aura of Vitality, though, and start healing everyone up, starting with Rin.
Okay. So this guy is going to... He's going to drop his sword and shield, actually, and just take off. That will bring us to the end of the combat.
Hooray! Ooh.
Are we supposed to die?
No.
7 healing to Rin.
Thank you. Shit, what was my strength originally? 18?
Sounds right.
This person of giant strength lasts for an hour,
Yeah.
but
So what is it right now? 21?
yeah.
Give him something else to hit.
I'll change it back to... Because we need to rest anyway, somewhere.
Well, just keep it on until you rest.
Alright, okay.
You don't know what's going to happen.
Alright. Oh, well fought, everyone.
Thank you.
I'm imagining Aranor is coughing up blood while saying that.
Oh. I'm gonna pick up the shield of the guy, one of the guys. And, start using it.
Okay. Yeah, it's a large, carapace or shell from some large crustacean. There's nothing special or magical about it. It's just a standard shield.
That's fine. So I just use standard shield
Yep, so just give
Okay.
yourself a standard shield.
Okay. Thank you.
I start checking out Gar, I guess.
So Gar's
Starsha.
body is no longer there,
Well, fuck.
but his armor, any weaponry, anything he had on him is now sitting in a large puddle of water. So he has a few things there. First of all, a large trident. Looks like it's possibly made out of steel.
Mach just pushes it with his staff towards Aranor. Ew, metal.
It does have some barnacles along the long sort of haft of it. It's very intricate, with waves circling the base of it. 3 large spiky points on the end. I will paste it into Discord. It's lying there in a puddle of water. In addition, there's a few other things. He does not. He wasn't wearing any armor. His skin, from what you could tell at a distance, he seemed to be almost a shade of a grayish blue, like an unnatural, like he'd been too long underground, or too long in the dark or underwater. And a lot of his skin was covered in clusters of barnacles, giving him somewhat natural armor. He does not appear to have any other items on him. The only other thing that you see is his artificial arm, the one that ends in the shape of a large sort of crab's claw that seems to have been custom made to fit his arm. This wouldn't serve as any sort of a weapon. You don't see how you could even possibly use it.
Okay. We can't use the...
The only items that he dropped seem to be that large trident and the arm, the artificial arm he had. Nope, it doesn't seem to be any way that you guys could use it for anything.
Might be worth a trophy for something.
I don't think I can. Let me sit down with my book here. I'm gonna need a minute. You sure you want to do this in here? Should we go somewhere? I'm not picking that thing up.
I'll grab it.
You guys mind if I follow you?
Oh, yes. Sorry. I forgot. Hello, friend. My name is Aranor Windmare, and these are my companions. Do you know where your equipment's been stowed?
I don't. I've been weeks underground.
All right.
Were you Were you taken by them? It seems like you're about to be sacrificed.
I don't know what their plans were completely. They would come and go. There's the leader here, and there was a lady in red with a dagger.
Oh, really?
And I don't have my notes. Start. What was the other?
Oh, yeah. There's another person that you've seen down here from time to time. A man.
Trying to scroll up and find him, but
he's a bit of a thick-looking man with hair that almost seems to be alive. Carries a massive war pick.
those seem to be the leaders of the cults that are here.
Were they working together, or were they in contention?
They never fought amongst themselves that I see or remember.
Interesting.
You know that the other man, the thicker man with the living hair, you've heard the name. You've heard his either subordinates or others speak of him by the name Marlos. The woman in red, or the red woman, you never saw her speak. And she didn't seem to have subordinates with her. And you don't know her name.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
Can I look around to see if by chance my gear would be somewhere anywhere around here, Darkstar?
You can look around. It would not. It's not in this room. I'll tell you that you wouldn't find it in this room.
Would I have any idea where it might be?
Yeah, you're pretty sure you had seen it stashed in a room to the north, along with other items. You seem to recall being dragged through there.
Okay.
Does the
I think.
Oh, good.
Just say I think my gear may be to the north, and it looks like there were other items that would be of help,
Okay. All right.
valuable.
I have a question. Oh, go ahead, Mus.
Dark, while it's going on, I'm keeping our vitality going, so another 9 rounds of healing from it.
Mm-hmm.
How do you want to sort that out?
I mean, you have 9 rounds of it, so you've given Aranor, 2 rounds already?
1 round.
Yeah, so just give him as many as you think he needs, and then move on to whoever's next.
Okay, so I'm just going to roll 18d6.
Well, yeah. Basically, you just roll for each round. So, if you're going to do 2 more rolls on Aranor, do 2 more. Roll 2 more, tell him what he gets, and then be like, okay, I'm going to move on to Winter, etc., etc.
I'll give Aranor 4 rounds to speed this up.
Okay.
22.
Ooh.
Then I'll give Starsha 3 rounds. It's like 4 rounds. $23.
Okay.
And Winter 1 round.
Okay. $5 points?
Yep.
All right.
I have a question. Would I be able to hold I have in my equipment a longsword and a mace? Would I be able to hold all that stuff in my backpack, like attached to my backpack?
Well, who's carrying the bag of holding?
I don't
I
know.
think Winter has a bag of holding,
Winter's
right?
the only one that has a bag of holding.
Yeah, you could stick them in my bag.
Okay. Because I was gonna offer Asher a longsword or a mace if he can use either. For now, until we find his equipment.
I think I'm about as useful with this chain as I would be one of those.
Okay. All right. Well.
I think I'm getting the hang of this.
A shorter sword or a bow are my specialties.
Got it. Okay. Well, should we move north? And I mean, we definitely need to rest somewhere. We might have to leave this place to rest fully, based on what happened last time. But let's see if we can get Asher's equipment.
So would I have any inkling on it if the north would be safe at all?
You're pretty sure you you were dragged down here through the north, and you don't recall seeing anything in that room? There was no creatures, no monsters. It didn't look like a lair.
So I'd relay, it could be safe in the north, maybe as a storage area.
All right. Well, let's go.
And sorry, before we move, did Starsha actually skin the croc?
She did. She's been spending this whole time skinning that crocodile.
Okay, because I think we could probably use that for armor or something. So awesome. Well done, Starsha.
Well, yeah, I mean, I wasn't going to let it go to waste.
Oh, that's Starsha right there.
Are we getting the hell out of here? She says.
Yes. Push through.
So yeah, you do encounter another of these black, roiling fog patches.
Felix is back.
You know the drill at this point. You all one by one begin to push your way through.
Drag me through Dark Star.
I will.
My up arrow's not doing it for me. Thank you.
So you all make your way north, and you see another room that's designed or decorated very similarly to the one below. It has that same carved, intricate tile work. And in the center of the room, there seems to be a bit of a stepped and raised platform, atop which seems to lay what you can only assume is a tomb or a sarcophagus.
Oh boy.
The room is somewhat lit by the roiling water that seems to be on fire.
Where did Rin go?
I'm stuck.
Oh,
I
There we go.
didn't want to interrupt. Okay. Can we... Do we see any writing on the tomb or anything?
make an investigation check.
Do we really want to be poking around something like that right about now?
Aranor draws within about 10 feet of it. It is a large, glassy black stone, almost like obsidian.
Oof.
It stands atop a natural sort of carved pedestal of dark earth, maybe basalt, whatever this area of the cavern seems to be. It has several fluted embellishments, some delicate sort of carvings and friezes that show a depiction of what looks like groveling demons. In the center of the sarcophagus, on the flat lid, is more scroll work, maybe silver inlay, the four corners of which seem to have carvings or inlay of the 4 elemental cult symbols. The center of the coffin seems to have a large, perhaps amethyst inlay of a large eye.
Yeah, let's stay away from that.
Aranor, make an intelligence check.
Oh boy.
What's up, dummy?
11.
Yeah, it's pretty fancy.
Mm-hmm.
It's an eyeball.
Do we see Asher's equipment anywhere in here?
Yeah, stowed in one corner of the room, there seems to be a pack with some belongings. There's some broken weaponry. It looks to be like a broken shield, maybe a long broken spear, and one pack that looks like it's completely rotted away, and another that looks like it contains some items. Lucid, you would recognize this as some of your belongings. Some of that stuff you've never seen before. You don't know if this is just where they dump stuff of, discarded items for, people that are maybe going to be sacrificed or tortured. But you do find your items here.
My stuff.
Starsha picks up the bag and begins rummaging through it before you can pick it up.
Okay, that's mine.
Well, there's some pretty good stuff in here. What do you mean it's mine? I found it.
I think those will fit you. You don't look like your fingers are nimble enough for that bow.
Are you calling me fat? Rude? She tosses the bag to the ground.
Go pick it up. Gather his stuff. Maybe pull the bow out and just fire just a regular arrow into the wall, just to remember what it was like to shoot an arrow.
Yeah, you shoot an arrow, that across from you. It hits a hidden trap in the wall, causing a massive fireball to explode on your friends.
Rip.
No.
At least I got my shit.
Night all.
Peace, I'm out. Winter says, can we maybe sit down for a sandwich or a muffin or something?
I don't know we can try. We can try a short rest, I guess.
Who do you think's buried in here?
I don't know. Can anybody understand the writing or know anything about this? There's demons on it. Can't be good.
Not all demons are bad, I don't think.
Well, what do you see, Winter? Or Starsha?
That can't be good. I'm not touching it. Winter will... she'll make an intelligence. Let's see. Yeah, that's a total of 22. Oh, I'm pretty sure this is drow. This is like drow decoration and scroll work. This got to be pretty old, right? Didn't we learn that drow were here before the dwarves?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about this stuff on top, though. Like, these look like the symbols of the elemental cults. And I don't know what that eye is. Didn't we see a big purple gem eye on that statue in that weird room?
Yes, that's true.
You think we should look inside?
Nope. I think we...
Moss is going to just, while it's going on, skirt around the outside of the room.
Mm-hmm.
Staying well clear of that. Oh, that's a dead end.
Yeah, it looks like this room has the passageway to the south that you came through, and a passageway that leads to the east.
I'm gonna
What
You're
are you
not
all doing
entirely
here?
sure what is directly east of here. You think it might be towards an area that the Nothic warned you away from.
Could I do two things? Could I do a perception check to see if I hear anything from the other side of this cloud? And could I also, I guess, Poker was doing survival checks to map things out?
Yeah, Winter has a pretty good sense of direction, even underground. But yeah, you can make a perception check.
God damn.
Even with an incredibly high perception, this fog or mist or whatever this is, it seems to block just as well as any door. You don't smell or hear or see anything through it. Winter would say, after sitting down and munching on a muffin, maybe, I think that leads us back sort of to the area near that weird glowing elevator shaft. Maybe like towards where the Minotaur was. I think that's probably where the Nothic told us to go around.
Okay.
Well, we can double back all the way back around the path we know is safe. We can rest here, or we can press forward and...
I think we have to get out of here and rest properly. I don't know. I don't think we'll be able to rest down here. I'm gonna use Darkstar. I'm gonna use one of my Divine Sense slots to detect the evil on that thing.
The sarcophagus?
Yeah.
Okay. There might be an animation for that one.
Oh.
There might be. I'm not sure if I did that one.
Let me open my character sheet.
Uh, 60 feet, not behind total cover. Okay. You don't get a sense of anything emanating from the coffin. Celestial fiend or undead. You are not picking up any of those within 60 feet.
Okay.
There is a sense of evil that seems to be coming from the east.
Mm-hmm.
You can't discern its nature, but it is definitely not good.
Okay. All right.
Within 60 feet of you.
Got you. Well, I don't sense any evil on this sarcophagus, but I don't know if we want to mess with it. Should we? What do you guys want to do?
We can mess with it, but I think we want to rest before we try to do anything like that.
I mean, do you want to try and rest in here, or do you want to try and move out, and follow back to where we were?
I'm not gonna lie, guys. I'm kind of tired of being underground.
Okay.
What was your guys' goal coming to this place?
Oh,
I think we accomplished it. I think we wanted to kill Gar.
Yeah, our goal was Gar. There's actually quite a few elemental cults causing havoc. And Gar was leader of one of them. So that was our goal here. I believe he was water. So we also have air, fire, and earth to deal with.
He had some sort of nefarious plan we were warned of, and hopefully with his passing, that plan is upturned.
believe we all are a bit worse for wear. If you mind me traveling with you, it might be nice to get above ground and find a nice place to sleep.
Of course.
See the sun again.
You're more than welcome. Let's head out.
All right, which direction would you like to go?
I think we're gonna follow our path all the way back around where we think the Minotaurs are.
What just happened? I just froze.
I moved characters.
Basically, get out of here is the plan. Get onto the surface.
I appear to be frozen. I'm
Dark's-
reloading.
Oh, Dark's moving us right now.
I'll just do a reload.
Oh, I'm still in the room with my guy.
So you slowly begin to retrace your steps, working your way backward, avoiding the areas that you were warned of, avoiding any areas that you knew to be dangerous or that you didn't want to enter. You find yourself back in the room with that giant, sort of eerie statue.
Oh boy.
From
this-
here,
Go ahead, sorry.
From here, there's a few directions you can go. There's a couple to the east and the south. One is to the northwest. That's the one you came down through. One to the northeast.
Oh boy, do we want to explore these areas that we haven't gone in yet, guys? Before leaving?
I
Starsha
don't think these
eyeballs
places are
that
going
statue.
anywhere.
Oh, Starsha.
Winter says, I think to the east of us somewhere is that mushroom room. I know we came through there. Somewhere to the northeast has got to be a walkway or a hallway that leads to where those giant guys were.
Alright, do we want to go east or northeast, guys?
I mean, we're in rough shape. I'm not sure we want to go splunking. Unknown path seems safest.
I would agree. We're
You all see Starsha's character move up towards that statue.
Oh gosh.
She seems to be staring at the large gemstone cluster at its head.
Starsha,
Mm-hmm.
what are you doing?
I'm just thinking, like, what is this thing? What? Like, is somebody coming down here all the time and checking on it? Are they worshipping it? Like, that thing up there has got to be worth a lot of gold.
Yes, but if you mess with it, it might cause some kind of issue.
I mean, how worse can it be than all the other stuff we touched?
Holy shit, that was a spot-on Starsha right there. With I mean.
time you touch the door.
All I'm saying is, look, we came down here. Yes, we killed the guy we said we were going to come down here for. What else did we get out of it? Not a whole lot. I have this map that showed me this place, or some of these places. Maybe it's worth taking.
We could always come back.
Yeah, but will we, though? What if somebody else takes it while we're gone?
You know what, Starsha? Go for it.
I mean, you're a lot stronger than me. Could you grab it?
Alright, I'll grab it.
Well, I mean, discuss amongst yourselves what you want to do. It seems like she's pretty fixated on trying to at least take that thing. Ugh, you guys are taking too long. Go ahead.
Moss is gonna grumble, but just stand back.
Winter didn't want to go near.
Correct.
Starsha's just gonna roll her eyes at the group and begin scrabbling up the side of this statue. It's just a statue. Look, I'm touching it. We touched it before nothing happened.
I'll stand below her.
Okay. So she makes her way up the side of this large, blobby-looking... You're still not sure if it's a carved statue, if it's something frozen in place. But she makes her way up until she can rest both her hands on the sides of this. It is the size of, if not slightly larger than a human head.
Damn.
Huge cluster of what looks like amethysts. She reaches out and puts hands on either side of it. And I'm going to need her to roll an intelligence check. Nope, sorry, a wisdom saving throw. Oh, right, I have her sheet.
Can she get +3 if she's 10 foot near me?
She's within 10 feet of you, yep.
Nice, nice.
Nice.
Sorry, I didn't have her sheet open. Wisdom saving throw. Right. +3. Oh dear. Well, with the 3 from Aranor, that puts her at a 13. Which is a fail. As she pulls this massive cluster free, she turns around and smiles at you, triumphantly. But then you can see the skin on her face begins to sag.
Oh, shit.
A shocked look comes across her face as she begins to slump and almost melt. Her body sinking down to the ground in an almost yellowish puddle.
Ate herself.
The puddle moves until it's right beside Aranor. It ripples and bubbles.
What the?
Did we just fucking kill Starsha?
I need everybody to make a... let's go with intelligence check.
Me dumb.
Just a check, not a save, right?
Yep.
Okay.
All right, I'll roll for Winter.
We're all dumb.
Between Lucid's character and Winter, Lucid, your character's been a lot of places and seen a lot of things. You're pretty sure that this is some sort of a jelly. The color of it would indicate that it's probably an ochre jelly.
It's
It
just
is-
turned into jelly?
It's alive. Winter with a slightly higher intelligence check would remember. Oh, right. Didn't we say this was one of the Drow pantheon of gods? Gonadaur or something? Isn't he like the king or the leader of the oozes?
Oh dear.
I think it turned her into a jelly.
Is it acting hostile?
No, it seems to be, it's not quite a puddle. It's like a blob of pudding. But it's moving. It seems to be agitated.
It's Starsha, all right, guys. Is there any kind of check I can do to see if I can reverse this somehow?
Make a... I would say either do an Arcana, maybe a Medicine.
Okay. Do medicine.
That blob ate Starsha!
I'm fucking terrible.
Begins... yeah.
Can we reverse this process, or does anybody know anything about this? Moss?
How the hell should I know? Let me look at a book.
Moss rolled a 6. I don't think like Moss is going, ew, jelly.
Winter quickly pulls one of the smaller books out of her backpack and starts reading. I don't know. I think it turned her into a jelly. After a minute or two, and this jelly is quivering beside you, it seems to be smacking you in the legs, Aranor, as if to say, do something!
I mean...
A minute or two goes by and Winter says, oh, right, okay. Yeah, I have a feeling it's a curse. Okay. I think her touching that gemstone, removing it or whatever, cursed her.
Okay. Does anybody have the ability to remove a curse? Oh, I do. I'll have to prepare it when we rest.
The jelly recoils from you as if in shock. What do you mean? Fix this now.
I don't have the ability to remove a curse.
I've got greater restoration, but I need to long rest to switch spells, and then I don't have diamond dust. I've got diamonds. So we can find a way to crush diamonds into diamond dust.
Oh, good point.
This jelly form deflates as if in defeat.
How big is it?
Oh no, it's quite large.
Starsha, is that you? Can you understand us?
Put it in the bag of holding.
Ew, it'll get all over everything. No offense, Starsha, but that's gross.
We gotta get her out of here.
Can't she just follow along behind us?
Hmm.
The form does seem to be able to move.
Okay.
It doesn't move as quickly as you guys do. Maybe it would move quicker if it was an actual jelly, but if you guys are correct and this is Starsha just transformed or polymorphed somehow, she probably doesn't have complete control over this form. You do notice that one long sort of appendage comes out of this blobby mass of pudding. It smacks Aranor in the back of the head, and that's when you know for sure. Yep, this is Starsha.
All right. Well, Starsha, can you follow us? Let's get out of here.
So once again, you guys are on the move. Which way would you like to go?
We were going to follow our known path, right?
The known path would take you to the northwest.
Yeah, through the railway tracks, all the way around. I mean, I actually don't see the rest of the map. I lost it somehow.
If you guys believe that's the best path, then
I don't remember how we got down here.
You came down this way past the end of the railway tracks.
And then we had the room with the big column stairs, which came from the room with the altar, or whatever it was, the glyphs on the ground, which was a hallway from the giants, and the south was the mushrooms, and that's where I get hazy. I can't remember the rest of it.
I don't remember where the glyphs on the ground were.
Whatever, I can't remember exactly the room where they got the blessing. There was like
the dwarven tomb.
There was like something on the ground around it. I can't. Frieze or something you said? No, that frieze is on the wall, right?
There is a decorative frieze around the base of the tomb in that broken sort of dwarven tomb room.
Anyways,
that's where we need to go.
Yep, so you begin to make your way that way, moving up towards that dark fog-obscured corridor.
I mean, I could cast Aura Vitality again to buff us some bit more healing, or we could rest somewhere along the way with short rest. But I feel like we're pretty tapped.
And with this.
Yeah, let's get out of here.
Starsha's yellowish form slowly moving along behind you. It seems to be picking up little bits of rocks, debris, other stuff.
Imagining Starsha, anything that's was previously unlootable is now being looted.
Once you reach the end of the hallway where the tracks start, you find yourself once again on familiar footing. You know you've been here. You know that west is where you fought that Minotaur, and where you encountered that Nothic. To the east, you're pretty sure, leads to that large black pillar with a stairway circling it up. And sure enough, moving through, that is exactly what you see. It is a very large, almost ominous feeling room. The ceilings here taper up towards this pillar, disappearing at least 100 feet up beyond your sight. How high up it goes, you're not sure. It is quiet as you've been moving through here. There might have been a point or two as you approach the end of that railway or minecart where you thought you heard movement, perhaps creatures in another room. But since moving on from there, you've heard nothing. You move to the south, once again entering that dwarven tomb, and a feeling of peace sweeps over you. You don't know if it's still some sort of enchantment, or if it's just the remnants of some sort of holy spell or preservation for the dwarf that's entombed here. But it does feel safe.
We could rest a little bit here.
Yeah.
Just take a short rest here?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
You guys can roll some hit dice if you have any left to regain some health. Let me see how many Winter has left.
Where can I see how many hit dice I have left?
When you hit short rest, it'll bring up the short rest box on the right-hand side of your D&D Beyond.
Mm-hmm.
You should be, when you use your hit dice, marking them off. Because on a long rest, you get some of them back.
Okay.
Winter is going to use 3.
You can use up to half of them, right? Is that the rule?
Yes.
Does it round up or round down?
What do you mean?
If I have 9 hit dice, can I roll 5 or 4?
4, I think.
Okay. That did that wrong.
You can roll it directly from your character sheet here if you want.
Oh, can you?
If you double click and open your character sheet, there's this little like fork and knife icon.
Mm-hmm.
For short rest.
Oh,
When you
nice.
click that, it'll bring it up and ask you how many, and you just click roll, and it'll subtract 1 for each one you roll.
Nice.
I don't know if that will then affect your D&D Beyond character sheet.
Probably... Yeah, I'm not sure. I've marked them off on Winter's. That is a good amount of hit points back.
Much
That's
better.
22 for Winter.
So if I checked off 3, I roll 3 times?
Yep.
Okay. That's 2. And 1 more. Oh. Okay.
I'll do 3 for Starsha as well.
The slimes get hit dice.
Yeah, why not? Jesus. She got 26 points back.
Not bad.
All right. So you guys take an hour to sit, take a breath, get some healing done. We're all still spent. Out of hit points, out of a lot of different actions, and in a lot of ways, out of options. So let me know when you guys are ready to move on.
Is Starsha still in news?
Yes.
All right. Let's get out of here.
Oh, heard the door.
You all begin once again moving.
Moss takes a second to glare at the door where those darn giants are and mutters, I'll be back for them.
From where you can see, Aranor, you're looking down into the mushroom room. Now, there was a great deal of mushrooms in here.
Mm-hmm. Can we still make it using that ledge like we did?
Yeah, I think we should do that. That's a good idea.
All right.
Winter heads immediately for the ledge made of mushrooms.
Can Starsha climb the mushrooms?
You wait as she approaches, and you see that it does look like the ooze can climb walls. Almost without the need of mushrooms. It is slow progress, but it works. You all make your way up and along, keeping an eye towards the ceiling, knowing that that thing with the long tendrils descended from above at one point. You do see some movement down amongst the flora, but you remain untouched. One by one, you slowly make your way around the room. Until you reach the stairs. The ooze, the slime, the jelly, descending first to the ground. And then rolling, tumbling, oozing down the stairs. You all find yourselves once again in the room with the rushing water. Winter holds up the group. Wait, the last time we were here, there was water things, dudes. Guys? And I was disguised as one of them. I don't think I can do that again, though.
But I can.
Oh, well, yeah, go. You should do that then, and you go first.
Moss will cast, or use his inherent disguise self,
Okay.
and make him look like one of the cultists.
Mm-hmm.
And Winter, you made the symbol last time, right?
Yeah. As soon as we
Moss-
saw those things.
So Moss will just approach the water and make that symbol.
Okay.
As good as I got.
You make your way up to the water, disguised and robed as a member of the Cult of the Crushing Wave, holding your hands out before you in the shape that the cultists use to symbolate? To denote or appear to others in their cult as being fellow members. Nothing seems to happen.
Nothing is good. Moss will just start walking along the edge of the water.
Walking along the edge of the water, you do begin to see a form rise out of the water itself.
Moss looks at the form and makes a symbol again.
Another form rises beside him.
Well, fuck.
They both look at you. You think. You don't see eyes on these creatures. They don't seem to be making any movements.
Moss will hold the symbol and just continue walking. Not too far ahead of the group. You know, like I said, I don't want to make it look like that we're not, different groups. But a little bit ahead.
Mm-hmm.
As they're coming abreast, are they still staying there?
They seem to turn their forms to track your movement, but they don't appear poised to attack. They don't appear to be advancing or making any other outward shows of aggression. Perhaps this is all it takes. The rest of the group moves up slowly behind you. Starsha's pudding form following behind them. Everyone sort of gives as wide a berth as they can around these water elementals.
I'll let the group pass me by while I continue holding the symbol and letting the group pass.
Starsha's form slowly bringing up the rear. The forms turn as Starsha approaches and as she passes, almost trailing her movement. But again, they don't seem to approach or become aggressive. You continue moving until the base of a staircase comes into view. You know this is the way that you came down originally. From the temple that was below Riverguard Keep. Would you like
But I
to...
know, is this the way that I would have been brought?
None of this is recognizable to you. So you were either unconscious when you were brought down here. Your memory is a little fuzzy. You don't recall seeing this, so you think you were probably brought down a different way. Welcome back. So you've reached the base of the stairs that you know lead up to the Temple of Elemental Water. What would you guys like to do?
Moss would like to go up the stairs so we can finally rest.
Let's get out of here. Do we need to? I wonder if we need to get completely outside though to rest.
Well, we rested up top before. I don't see why we wouldn't be able to rest there again.
Let me just...
And as I recall,
activate the previous map.
There was some comfy beds up top. Comfy beds, acceptable beds, beds.
All right, let me move y'all over. All right, there's your drift globe. It's been adjusted and resized.
I'm still loading. Hang in.
Yeah, I'm at 98% still.
Let me reload then.
I think it just took a while, like each individual person, like we would trickle in.
Mm-hmm.
I'm also on hotel Wi-Fi, so might take a minute. Shutting down.
Oh no.
That's okay.
It's
That was me.
potatoes.
Rip.
Oh, it was me. There. Now you guys should be able to get in.
Successfully joining.
Yeah, it looks like Lucid and the stream are in.
Hey, wait a minute. Who's this big guy in the intro screen, the login screen?
What?
Big giant.
Oh yeah, the artwork has changed.
All right. Hey, Drift Globe. Oops.
Yep. Make sure you're controlling Deebs, not the stream, Deebs.
I just clicked on Stream Deeps. Hold on.
Come on, Deeps.
I know, I could tell by the purple of the ping.
Ping pang.
Ping bang.
He quit.
That's true.
Yeah. Quit WoW too. Or SOD, I mean.
No, he didn't. Just our WoW.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I'm still stuck on 98% on my Deebs account. Just waiting.
All right. Well, we're going to take a 5-minute break there then, so
Oh.
that I can use the bathroom and get a drink.
Okay.
Someone promised to make me tea at 6:30, but that hasn't happened yet.
Rip.
Sorry.
How dare you? Yeah, I'll be right back.
All right.
I could go for some hot chocolate.
I'm gonna step away real quick then.
All right, I'm back.
Welcome back. Do I have dark vision, Darkstar? And do I have it turned on for my character?
Ooh, good
I'm
question. It does look like you have it on.
Okay.
Can you not see?
It's a lot darker than it used to be. It could be because I don't know the area is still covered. I haven't seen it with this character.
Oh, maybe. But you can see, like, the room around you, correct?
I can see enough that it matters.
Yeah, it could just be the settings on your laptop.
I
But
just
yes,
really should do that too.
when you're in the dark, like if I put you over here and I activate your character, everything is gray. It's not
I can
bright
see the
lit,
room though.
so you can make it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone should be able to see. Bri, are you back?
Yeah, I just got back.
Okay. So you guys spend some time climbing the stairs, and it's not just a straight shot up the stairs. It's a bit of a winding staircase, some hallways, some stretching on, some broken in places, before resuming climbing up more stairs. Until finally you find yourself about maybe half an hour later in a room that you are familiar with. You find yourselves back in the Temple of Elemental Water.
All right, let's go to the room with the comfy beds. Oh, there we go.
DQD.
Sometimes it's hard to move you as a group. I had to move you because Aranor was going to go the wrong way.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you once again find yourself in the room that's filled with beds, some luxurious rugs on the floor. The brazier in this room appears to be lit, but it is not, because nobody has been in here for some time.
All right, I will get the brazier lit. Or actually, Moss, can you get it lit?
Moss tosses a nice produced flame, and hopefully that's enough to get it going.
It is indeed.
Moss also closes the door.
And I put my
Nice.
my rod of immovable, or my movable rod in front of it.
Aranor, why are you taking your pants off? What are you doing?
Oops. Wrong one.
Performance.
Oh, it feels so much better up here.
I am going to. So we're going to attempt a long rest. During the long rest, I'm going to prepare remove curse.
Okay.
It's just verbal.
So
It's just verbal and somatic. All I need.
Okay.
Nice. Yeah, it's a little bit more cost effective than Moss's option.
Yeah. It's just a third level slot, but that's fine.
Yeah.
And yeah, I guess there anything else we want to do before we try and long rest, guys?
I am exhausted.
I would have asked the group just to explain, like, not recognizing which way, like, what happened on your way down, or, just to get caught up on that.
Yeah, we can we explain everything that's gone up to this point, everything that's happened.
Yeah, you've had a fair amount of time to talk while you traveled. Maybe not so much through the Fane of the Eye, but on your way up the long stairs, like I said, that took about half an hour. And now as you're settling down to rest, you'd be able to fill them in more.
Okay.
Did you want us to RP it?
Tell
Sure.
No, we don't need to. I mean, you can if you want.
Bullshit.
I would have.
RP it. I need to be entertained.
Was my strength? Yeah, I think it was.
Well,
Yeah.
this all started for me with I discovered peanut butter.
That's enough RP. Everybody go to bed. You have no idea what time of day it is. You have no idea what day of the week it is. You have been underground, or at least in a cavernous temple, for days on end. You don't remember the last time you all saw daylight. But being exhausted from your travels and from the previous couple of battles, you all find yourselves in a bed, not really caring who formerly owned it, or even what the state of it is. One by one, you drop off. Even the ooze, formerly known as Starsha, finds her way to a bed. A top bunk, as she is very insistent. Her oozy form may be falling over the sides of it a little, as you all one by one drift off to sleep. Everybody can go ahead and hit their long rest buttons. You feel like you get a full night here.
Hey.
Full 8 hours of actual rest. Restorative in every way.
Hooray.
That was for the magic missile wand.
Yeah, you're all rested and recovered. What would you guys like to do?
Alright, I cast Remove Curse on Starsha.
All right. Blobby pudding form slithers forward. Explain to me what's happening as you cast this.
I kind of wave my hands in front of Starsha. And everything I do is light based, so kind
Like
of
a golden glow,
golden
sort
glow
of.
forms around my hands, and I say, "Begone, foul curse," as I touch her. Sort of touch the ooze.
You reach out and you place your hands upon this pudding. It's warm. It almost feels flesh-like, except there's a give to it. And you mutter the words, perhaps whispering a prayer to your gods. And the spell takes shape. The form beneath your hand shudders and ripples. It feels a little gross as the form begins to solidify and shrink. Legs emerging, arms, then a head. Finally, Starsha's form recoalesces. Took you long enough. Where's that gemstone cluster? Who grabbed it?
We didn't think that was a good idea with what happened to you.
What? I went through all of that work and got turned into a massive blob and nobody even picked that thing up?
Oh.
Unbelievable.
I would have assumed that that's going to turn anyone into a blob. I think one blob is enough for this group.
Unbelievable.
All right. Well, what is our next? So our goal was to take care of Gar, which we've done. Oh, Winter, this trident. What is this trident?
Oh, yeah, let me have a look at that.
Yes.
She sits down on the ground with her massive book in her hand, in her lap. Okay, yeah, just put it on the ground there.
Okay.
As you draw it forth from the bag and place it on the ground, a feeling comes over you, Aranor. It's a strange feeling. It doesn't feel... You just have an immediate sense of avarice. Why should I hand this over? Why should I let somebody else look at it? I do the majority of the work, keeping everyone safe. Why should I hand over the spoils? We should have picked up that large purple gemstone cluster before the feeling passes. And you place the trident down, and Winter gets to work.
Be careful with that, Winter.
Shh! I'm trying to study. And after about 11 minutes pass... Okay, yeah, so it's a pretty powerful weapon. It does a bunch of stuff. Pretty sure it'll let you speak a couple of languages and protect you from cold damage. I think it'll let you cast a couple of spells, but maybe only on water-based creatures, I think. I think there might be more to it, but I can't really discern it without actually, like, attuning to it. So I'm not sure.
And here's what I'm gonna do.
Lucid's watching TV.
Someone sent me a message.
So this is very similar to like Windvane then. It's like the water version of Windvane.
Yeah, it kind of feels like it.
Okay, so yeah, like Windvane, you can speak Auran fluently. Resistance to lightning. Okay, yeah. All right. Well, I can tell you that I felt a little change when I held on to it. Like I didn't want to give it away. So it's a little concerning. We might not want to use it unless we absolutely have to. Same with Windvane.
I mean, if it's important enough, I'm sure we can deal with it. Let me just snip this and put it in Discord. Oh yeah, it seems to have a name. It's not like sentient or anything, but I'm pretty sure it's called Drown.
What's her
Well,
what's her next plan?
I think down below was an interesting area that, now they're arrested, is worth going back to.
And continue searching?
There was the long tower of stairs.
Mm-hmm.
There was the crypts we did not disturb. And Moss Eyes and Starship did want to go get that gem.
Oh, we're going back there.
Oh boy.
And I have a gift for some giants.
Oh yeah? What are you gonna give them?
You know what?
I'm gonna roast them.
I have a feeling that my hammer enjoys taking down some giants.
Forgive me for saying this, but your armor looks like it's a little beat up.
That's true. I do need.
Probably use repairs.
You can just all see Aranor's hairy chest through the gaping hole in his breastplate.
I'll go me hanging out.
It's not quite that bad, but you know.
Asher.
Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No. Go ahead.
I'm gonna do tangent, so you go.
Oh, I was just gonna send a message to Sabra.
Okay, well, while you construct your message, what were you gonna say, Bri?
I'm just gonna ask Asher to tell us a bit more about himself and what he seeks, and what led him down here, or how was he captured? Where was he captured from?
It'd be a whole lot easier if I had my notes. What, is it Wamford, Darkstar?
Hang on, let me send them to you. I have some of your notes.
I see pointy ears, so I don't think we'd clarify, but I think he's an elf.
I'm not.
Half elf?
I am not.
Oh, what am I talking about? This is Lucid. He never plays a normal fucking race.
Well, the race is a shifter.
I would say you guys.
Type.
You guys have probably never seen somebody looking quite like him.
Yeah, he's not actually from this. I don't know. Is it plane or what is Eberron in connection?
It's D&D uses the Sword Coast and the greater lands around it. Eberron is a completely different game system, so it's a different world. It's not just that it's another plane. But for the, all intents and purposes, he's from another plane. That's called Eberron.
Yeah, so the character itself, as I'd kind of described just a little bit last week, was kind of bestial as far as like the looks. Almost like a fur type beard, and then arms. And then at one point during the last fight, you may or may not have noticed that the fur had grown, the pointy ears had grown longer, maybe some fangs type teeth started to show. Almost cat-like. Damn it, Darkstar. The fucking like mushroom penises, like it backed up all the way to the 8th. Here's part of my notes. So and I can show you guys the pictures later of kind of the beast form and the non-beast form. I think Darkstar. Can you see my character profile? If you double click me.
Let's see.
No, Darkstar has the image.
Which one did we decide on? Oh, the one in Did you give it to Deebs?
Yeah. Oops, I don't think so.
Fuck.
Let's see. Now, where the fuck is print screen on this laptop? Useless.
Because there's the image that's in Foundry that we're seeing with the guy with the reddish hair, which isn't quite like what your character looks like.
That was more like the bestial form there.
Yeah. He looks
And then
like...
the other one.
Is it like that one, kind of? Oh, no, it's this guy.
Yeah, something like that. If you can, or I copy it into the chat. There you go.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a little scruffy, a little raggedy looking. His face there, he doesn't look quite human. It's very obvious that he's not fully human, that there's something else going on. He has very sort of flat-ish features. None of the forms that I gave him, Lucid seemed to be interested in, but, you know. Didn't want to be sexy buff beast man, I guess.
Yeah, I don't even. They all look like they came from Grindr profiles. But, so that's kind of what he looks like. So he would have come to this plane from basically traveling through a plane. He has the ability to locate and travel through different planes if there's a gate. During the week, I'll give you, or before next week, I'll paste like a better description into chat and tell you guys. But I've got notes on my actual computer.
Yeah, he's got like a big chat GPT type, you know, write up. Yeah, I thought you'd shared it with me, but I don't think you did.
I think I did part of it, but not
Yeah.
all of it. But that's kind of basically whenever he got here, he would have joined a group of people who were investigating the elemental cults. But unfortunately, the group did not survive. The majority of them. And I think it was Wamford that you said he was in whenever he got kidnapped.
Yep.
Which is southeast or down and right of Red Larch on the map.
Left, down, and left. I think?
No, it's down and right.
Oh, yeah, I think you're right.
Well, appreciate your help. It seems that every time one of our companions disappears, fate draws us a new one.
Yes, I'd love to stay with you guys and explore more of these cults. It looks like our goals are aligned. You claim that this level is completely cleared out. But you mentioned a dragon cache.
There was a
Could've been like
dragon
the
turtle.
turtles.
There was a dragon turtle that
but-
we set free.
Wasn't there a stash of like treasure though that you didn't ever like get into or clear out?
She took most of her hoard with her in her mouth,
Okay.
including the dragon sword.
So you have
There,
all
there
your...
was
Oh, go ahead, Bri.
there was another treasure stash that was separate from the turtle. I believe we have most of that in Winter's.
Yeah, that would have been
Magical bag
divided
holding.
up. That was Gar's stash.
Okay. So what were you saying, Deeps? You have all your...
Oh, you have all your gear now, right? You have all your weapons and everything?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah, and you would notice that he has an elaborate-looking quiver on his back. Looks like it can hold more than just arrows.
Interesting. What can you tell us about that quiver on your back?
The quiver allows me to carry a large amount of arrows. I can hold similar objects to javelins,
Oh.
to 18 of them. And then the large compartment can hold 6 objects, such as bows, stabs, or spears, and allows me to move as if they were not there.
He's basically carrying an arsenal. Like, you can put swords and shit in it.
I was thinking he could hold the wind vein and drown.
They would both easily fit.
All right.
Are you handing them over then to put in the quiver?
Yeah, go ahead and hold on to these.
Again, as you go to hand them over, you feel that creeping sensation of greed.
Oof.
It is hard to let go of the weapon. But you do manage to pass it over, and once you do, Asher, once you take it up in order to put it into the quiver, you feel that same sensation. You weren't there to earn this, other than in this last fight with Gar, but you can't help but feel that you deserve to have it.
Precious.
Do we notice that there's this feeling or
I've said it.
urge?
I've said it that it happened to me when I had held on to drown.
Oh, yes.
I told Winter that. Right, Moss. So you probably heard it too.
As you go to hand over the spear, Windvane, you do get a similar sensation, but it doesn't fill you with greed. More like indifference. Like, what's stopping me from doing whatever I want? Why? Why do I have to stick to this path? We don't need to take down these cultists. Other people can do it. I'm not honor-bound to do it. Maybe I should just leave and do whatever I want. Lucid, the same feeling overcomes you as he hands it over. It's not difficult to hand over. Doesn't have that same want to hold on to it, to keep it. It just fills you with a sense of, meh. Why should I stay? Why should I help these guys? But you managed to get both weapons stored.
Is that feeling only whenever you're holding it, or like?
Yeah, when you're touching it, when you're holding it. As soon as you put it away, it's gone.
Okay. Alright, I'm gonna send a quick message to Savra
Okay.
using my flip phone.
Using your quick phone? Yeah.
My flip phone.
Flip phone.
It's the message is, we have slain Gar, the water elemental leader. We continue to search the below. Have had visions of attacks on towns. Please be wary.
The message you get back is more of not so much words but imagery of 2 finger guns pointed at you. Followed by, all right, well, that's good. We're making progress. Careful coming to the surface. Weather has been terrible lately.
Oh no.
Foreboding.
Okay.
What do you guys want to do?
All right. So, question now. Meta question.
Uh-huh.
Do we want to go back down below with the 2 people that are no longer here, or how do we want to proceed on this?
Well, that's up to you. I mean, there's a few things that need to get done. You guys have a lot of stuff jammed in that bag of holding. Some of which needs to be turned in, like exchanged for gold, etc., etc. You have both weapons and armor that are badly in need of repairing or replacing.
Yep.
Some of you might need to do some shopping or have indicated that there might be some weapons or items or other things that you want to purchase.
Sounds like a town run then is in order.
I mean, it's entirely up to you guys. If you wanted to continue to just go back down and go a different direction, I'm fine with that too.
Would we know of anything that would lead us to do something other than just go straight back down?
Not without doing other exploring. You guys have been underground for a long time. You've had no contact with towns. You've had no contact with anybody other than Savra in probably a couple of weeks now. So you don't know what the state of things is up above in the surface world.
I think it might be worth finding out what's going on up there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, Lucid's character especially, he's been down here for weeks. He's not entirely sure how long. He was knocked out when taken. He was in Womford. But he doesn't know who his assailants were.
Yeah, I definitely need new armor, new shield. And just because I don't like the carapace one. So I think
the characters probably just got their butts kicked and might want to level up their gear, but get repairs and whatnot.
Mm-hmm. All right. Moss, what do you think?
If we need supplies and to regroup, I won't object.
Okay. All right. Well, let's get out of here then.
I'm assuming you're just going to make for the surface that's directly above this temple?
Yep. And then to the closest town. Well, let's see what the weather's like when we get outside.
We're going to get struck by lightning coming out of this hole?
Yeah, so I mean, as far as you are aware, there is only one way out of one way directly to the surface of this temple, and that's through the waterway that you sailed down in the boat. So we're not going to worry about, moving through the temple or anything. You guys will get back to the boat that you landed on. There is only one boat left at the landing, whereas there were 3 or maybe 4 before. So you're not sure if it's just been a complete abandoned ship. You know that when you were in the Temple of the Crushing Wave, there were several mercenaries and, quote-unquote cultists that you came across that were easily or somewhat easily persuaded to leave. That they didn't need to be here. It's not really what they wanted to be doing. and you talk them into, essentially going home. So whether those boats are missing because of that or because there was a mass exodus of the rest, you're not entirely sure. But there is one boat remaining, and it will hold all of you. Throughout the day, since the minute you first woke up, you have noticed that one of your members has been unexpectedly quiet. Winter, who is normally overly chatty, excessively curious about everything, and seems to never have an end of quips and quotes and comments on what everyone is doing. She is excessively quiet. I'm not really sure, honestly. I've talked to you all about my patron before, and I sort of thought I was working in the right direction, but I don't know. It feels like his influence is less here, or I don't know. Maybe I'm not on the right track. I don't know. Maybe he's just being underground or something. Maybe I'll feel better once we get to town. So you make your way through the temple. You all pile into this boat, and you begin to make your way through that narrow waterway until you do eventually see bright light at the end of the tunnel. Well, maybe not so bright. You hear the sound of roaring waves and thunder. Perhaps it is a storm. As you exit, it becomes much more difficult to control the boat. You are fighting against a much stronger current than you were when you first came down here. While the inner sort of harbor of the Riverguard Keep is protected, the waves beyond it that you can see beyond the chained entryway, the river is swollen and angry, and the rain is just pounding down. The wind, as you emerge, begins to whip at your hair and your cloaks. This is quite the storm.
Moss just looks up at the skies with concern. Are we actually at the keep, like on land now, or are we still in the water?
At this point, you're just making your way out of the tunnel. You're still in the boat. You've emerged from the cavern entrance, though, that leads under into the temple.
Quickly to the dock. Do you have any difficulty getting to the dock?
It is a little difficult to control the boat. I mean, it's not very big, and there's several of you in it. But the current, even here where it's sheltered, is difficult to fight against. It takes you a few minutes before you can pull up to the dock and lash the boat to the dock, to the moorings there. But you do one by one make your way out of the boat.
Once Moss is on land, he will do a little bit of druidcrafts and try to get a sense of the upcoming weather for the next 24 hours.
You produce a small sort of globe of almost like cloud in your hand. And it is a roiling mass of clouds, lightning, and wind, with what seems no end in sight.
We're in for a rough day.
It's
Does it seem dangerous, the weather, to travel in?
It seems like it will slow things down. The rain is heavy. The wind presses against you. Obviously, it's not like a tornado or a hurricane, but it will make travel difficult.
Well, if what Moss says is true, then we should still continue on with the plan if it's not going to get better.
Yep.
But where are we going? Where can you have your armor repaired? What odds and ends do we need?
Well, let's move to the Desserin Valley map.
I haven't been there for a while.
We gotta load it again.
There it is.
This should be an easy one.
Yeah,
Though.
it's a fast one. Let's see.
So you are, let me put a point on the map. You are roughly there.
Okay. So Belliard or
Well, I think our
Summit
choice
all would
is
probably have armor.
Asher. Do you seek to return to Womford? I don't think our travels have taken us there. I'm not familiar with the town.
Wouldn't need to. At Darkstar, I don't know the size of that compared to Belliard as far as. I mean, meta Belliard has the guy with the magic items that we already know that.
Of the towns that
That's
you've been
fine.
to, which is not very many, Belliard and Red Larch are the largest. You have not been up north as a group far enough to Yartar. Yartar is a much bigger city. It's bigger than Red Larch. Womford and Barge Right Inn across the river. Barge Right Inn is essentially just a stopping point on the road. It has a massive inn. Womford is a small farming sort of community, much like Belliard is, but it doesn't have as much trade. Belliard has the massive horse and cattle trading. You know that there's a magic shop there. You're pretty sure you could find, a basic blacksmith, etc. Red Larch also has a handful of blacksmiths. You also know that there is a great deal of blacksmiths, some very, very good, over at Summit Hall. Everybody over there wears armor.
I think it might be good to go to Summit Hall first. That
Yeah.
is,
Go to Summit Hall and then north to Belliard after. Yeah.
and yeah, then we can decide from there.
Works for me.
Alright.
So you guys have emerged. It's roughly 3 in the afternoon. So you don't have a whole lot of daylight left, and the going is difficult. The ground anywhere near the river, within a half mile of the river, is thick. It sucks at your feet, pulling at your boots. Did you leave horses behind? I don't remember. I don't think you did.
I think we left them at the Sky Tower.
Oh, maybe. Yeah.
Because we brought them there, and then yeah, I think that's where we left them.
Okay.
I was probably eating them by now, even if we did.
Team's gonna have to go to the bathroom again.
Oh no.
Yeah, so you begin the long, difficult plod towards Summit Hall. As the crow flies, it's not far. But in this weather, it is difficult. And it takes you the remainder of the daylight hours, and even some after the sun has gone down, before you can finally make out the lights of Summit Hall. It is probably approaching 8 p.m., maybe 9. You are all soaked to the bone. It is cold, and you are miserable.
All right, trod through.
Did I turn off all the rain? Oh, God damn it.
Oh, it's back.
I want to hear some thunder.
All right.
You can call lightning now, Bri.
God.
Oh, there it is.
So yeah, you make your way up to the doors, and what do you do?
Knock loudly.
Yep.
Let us in.
It's a minute or
Shelter,
two.
please.
It is a minute or two before the main gate is... a slit in it actually slides open. Who goes there?
Aranor Windmare and company.
Oh, you picked a terrible night to be out. All right, come on in. As the gate begins to swing open. The interior courtyard is just awash with rivulets of water just washing across the cobbles.
Man. Head inside.
You'll be wanting a place to sleep for the night, I take it. The kitchen's closed down, but I'm sure we can get y'all something warm to eat.
I appreciate that.
Come on, come inside into the main dining area. And he ushers you into the main part of the building. You've been here a few times before. Asher, you obviously haven't, but the rest of you have. Inside, 2 of the large hearths are going, heating the room. It keeps the chill away.
Moss will bundle by the fire and start warming his hands.
A couple of kitchen workers come out with massive bowls of some kind of stew. Beef, lamb, something. It's warm and hearty, full of barley. They also bring out a stack of several rough towels. Here, hang your cloaks by the fire there. They'll dry out right quick.
I'm sure we just dig into the bowl of stew, just devour it. It's the first meal he's had in weeks.
Moss will dry himself with a towel. Sorry, Deeps.
I was just warm by the fire. Get warm by the fire.
Moss will dry himself with a towel and then blow his nose into the towel with a, only the size, a Furbolg of his size could do. That feels better.
You see Asher stand up and almost shake like a dog does when they're wet. Can't help but notice that there is a very distinct wet animal smell in the room.
Like Fritos.
You're not for sure if that's just, from his nature as whatever type of creature, person, humanoid he is, or if it's a result of him being, kept locked up for weeks. But you all believe that perhaps a hot bath is in order.
We have been underground for a while. Oh. Thunder.
Savra, no, she went back to the tower weeks ago.
Oh, wait.
Yeah, numpty.
That's right. Okay.
I was thinking of my other girlfriend, sorry.
Never mind.
Did you mean the Lady Oshin?
Yes.
Aye, she's here, but she's at rest right now.
Okay.
Is it an emergency?
No, not at all. Not at all. May I ask you, would you happen to have a spare set of plate armor and a shield?
Oh, the quartermaster might be able to help you with that. He also is abed.
Okay.
Would you like me to go and wake him?
That's okay. We can wait until tomorrow. Thank you very much.
Oh, all right then. Is there anything else I can get for you before I head off for the night?
More stew, please.
The kitchen is closed, but there's a large pot on the stove in there. Go in there and help yourself to whatever. There's bread in there as well, perhaps some cheese. Help yourself.
Moss trundles off, and I think, I dare say, we've probably been on a slim diet the past few weeks underground.
Been a lot of rations being eaten.
Yeah, it just gorges himself.
There's been a lot of baked goods, stale, probably baked goods from Winter's pack. And not a whole lot else. Yeah, I would say
Asher would be
probably
right behind you.
Yeah, several bowls of stew are probably had by the lot of you.
Moss just comes back to the fire with a tray of, a sandwich stuffed in his mouth and 2 bowls of stew, loaf of bread.
Winter just stays in the kitchen, continuing to eat whatever. She's looking for sweets specifically, doesn't really find too much. Does manage to find another large pot of honey, though, which she liberally douses some toast in. Starsha, on the other hand, has her bowl of stew and keeps to herself on the far side of the dining room. She's sitting by the farther hearth, drying out. She's got her hair down, for the first time in probably forever, you've seen. It is quite a snarled and tangled mess. Could I, interest any of you in a bath? Before I turn in for the night. To which the two women quickly jump up. Yes, please.
Moss, a sandwich in mouth.
Right. Perhaps after a sandwich, then. All right, well, I'll get them going. It is communal bathing. The knights, well, they do everything together here. Just so you're aware. I'll go get them started. And the 2 women in your party follow after her, wanting to get to their baths as quickly as possible. As you're finishing off eating, Winter comes trundling back up, her head wrapped in a massive fluffy towel. Do it looks like she's got somebody's spare clothing on. Maybe one of the knights or one of the washerwomen or something. It's just a pair of cotton pants and a ridiculously oversized cotton shirt. And her feet are jammed in these sort of... It's like woolen... They almost look like woolen boots. They're obviously meant for wearing indoors. They have leather bottoms on them so that the stone doesn't chill your feet. These are great. We need to get some of these for all of us. I think I'm going to call them slippers. Because let me tell you, if you walk around on the cold stone with them too quick, you're going to slip. I'm assuming the rest of you will finish gorging yourselves and then take in a bath as well.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah. With bellies full, some ridiculously so. You all make your way down to the communal bathing room. There are several large copper tubs that have been set up that are steaming. You see, at the far end of the room, Starsha is occupying one, her nose just barely above the edge of the water.
No, Steve, calm down.
You see a shadow blade appear in Starsha's hand.
Shadow dog.
I think maybe you should stay over on that side of the room, don't you think? She relaxes back and seems to almost fall asleep in the tub.
Chance.
What?
I said, now's your chance.
Masha sits there soaking until, the water's no longer warm.
Moss, you barely fit in the tub. They are large tubs. Aranor, you find that, even your large form fits in it quite nicely. But Moss is just slightly bigger than the average human. And so his knees stick up out of the water a fair ways. He has to almost hunch down to get even his forearms and the majority of his legs to be fully covered.
Moss will just kind of, on occasion, rotate around, trying to stuff another body part into the warm water. Splashing everywhere.
The tubs are deep enough that you do get a good soak out of it. But there is a lot of water that comes splashing over the edge. Asher, you have no issue. Because you don't actually look like the picture that I posted last. To my dismay.
He's just going to lay back and enjoy the relaxation. Is it noisy in there?
No, it's quite quiet. You are the only ones in here. It's not late at night, but it's late enough that the paladins, the knights, the priests or clerics are either at prayer or they're at rest. It's an up with the dawn kind of place. So yeah, other than the sounds coming from your companions, and a lot of deep sighing coming from the far end of the room where Starsha's in the bath, you don't really hear anything other than pounding rain outside and the odd thunderclap.
I think that would be relaxing, the rain and the thunder after being underground for so long.
Yeah, it probably would be.
Well, after the bath, I'm gonna get some rest.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you guys finish up your bath. And you are now exhausted. Yes, you had a long rest earlier in the day. But it was still cramped in an unfamiliar place, and you were still very watchful and wary. Here, you know that you're safe. Your bellies are full of hot food. You've had a nice, relaxing, warm soak. And now you are ready for some well-earned sleep. You make your way up to the rooms that you've been given. Again, they are communal. The girls are in one room. The rest of you in another. The beds aren't anywhere near as comfortable as most inns, or even in the beds that you slept in last night. But the bedding is soft and thick, and with the sound of thunder and rain pounding against the stone walls of the keep, you'll all drift off to sleep. We are going to stop it a little bit early there,
Perfect.
so that we don't get too carried away into things before we have to end it.